Microsoft E3 quote-unquote predictions. Why am I putting them in quotes? Because these are going to be 100% accurate, because nobody with 22 subscribers can be denied access to industry insiders and secrets. So the first prediction is we are going to see Starfield. We're going to find out what Starfield is. We're going to see gameplay of Starfield, and it cannot be Fallout in space. We know that it's first person, but the graphics, the character models, the facial animations need to be upgraded heavily for this game to be a huge success. But we are going to see Starfield. We're going to learn about the combat, the environment, and some of the characters at E3. And again, it needs to be much better than the previous, Fallout games, or even Outer Worlds, which is sort of Fallout in space. So Starfield will be there, and I'm predicting that it will be a huge hit. People are going to be blown away by what they see, and I, for one, am extremely excited about a deep RPG from Bethesda and Todd Howard. The next prediction, while I actually stall for time until this video gets to the next clip, is going to be Everwild from Rare. Rare has not been very creative lately, since they were the most creative studio during the N64 days. They launched with cameo elements of power on the Xbox 360, which was a severely underappreciated, and Peter Moore's favorite game, by the way, severely underappreciated game, platformer action adventure on the Xbox 360, demonstrating why Rare is one of the most creative studios in the industry. Everwild, they don't know what it is. They've said they don't know what it is. They haven't even figured out the gameplay, which is kind of troubling. But Everwild needs to be shown. It will be shown. We know that it is highly stylized, almost like a cel-shaded type graphics a la Zelda. But it needs to be shown. The gameplay elements, the world, everything will be shown. And it will be, I'm predicting, just okay. I don't think it's going to light the world on fire. I don't think Rare really had a concept in mind beyond just the world and how things looked, and the idea of characters and animals somehow symbiotically having a relationship together in the world. That's a big word, look it up. But I think that Everwild will be a new IP, as well as Starfield, shown at the Xbox E3 press conference. And hopefully they've managed to streamline their ideas a bit and make it into a cohesive game and experience. But it is a new IP, and it is Rare, and they deserve all the benefit of the doubt when it comes to creativity, because they are a talented studio. They were a talented studio. They did in the past create great games, and I think they can again in the future. The next prediction is another Dishonored game, Dishonored 3. And again, the theme of this is heavily underappreciated games when they release on Xbox. Dishonored is a phenomenal franchise. Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2 are absolutely incredible first-person action-adventure games. They use stealth, they use flat-out action, they give the player an extreme amount of choice, cool powers, lots of gunplay. It's just a great game, and the way that you interact with the environment. All of that makes a stellar franchise, and we're going to see the evolution of Dishonored in the next game at E3. Keep in mind, everything that I'm speaking about is going to slide into Game Pass day and date, which will be heavily talked about at E3. I predict that if you want to have a fun drinking game, every time you hear the word Game Pass, take a drink. You won't make it through the conference conscious. The next is going to be a new Halo Infinite gameplay trailer. And my prediction is that this one is not going to blow people's minds. It's going to look better than this original trailer, but I don't think that the engine was built specifically to blow your mind when it comes to graphics, post-processing effects, and stuff like that. It was built to scale out to large-scale open environments and games as a service a la Destiny. So, hopefully, and this is the key to this franchise, the single player was given the care that it needs. The story was given the care that it needs to keep this franchise alive. It cannot just be a tacked on single player and all about boom, boom, bang, bang online with your friends. Halo is about the world and the story and the characters, first and foremost. They've got to nail it. They've got to get it right. But this is going to be the biggest show of the game for Microsoft after the initial reveal and all of the backlash. Some of it warranted, some of it not. But I think that the game will look good, but I'm not expecting this to be the graphical showcase that many were hoping it to be. I think other games will be that. I think that Hellblade 2 will probably look better than Halo, and I think Starfield will probably look better than Halo as well. But again, it's about a multitude of different IPs coming together to form a portfolio that's compelling. And Starfield and Halo and Hellblade 2 make a hell of a portfolio to throw into Game Pass. Take a shot. My next prediction for Microsoft's E3 is, I'm going to make you wait because I'm going to reiterate that these predictions are in quotes. These will absolutely come to fruition. And you can come back to this video and you can check them off and see that I am 100% correct, and then bring friends to my channel and say, hey, this guy is the bee's knees. I couldn't think of an analogy better than bee's knees. I wanted to, but I couldn't think of anything quick enough because I'm making this video very quickly with no script because I am unscripted. So my next prediction is, can you guess? What new IP haven't I talked about? What studio haven't I mentioned for Microsoft at E3? What would be a huge, huge surprise? It is Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark will be shown at E3. We're going to see Joanna Dark, the character reveal. We're going to find out what type of new gameplay elements will be in Perfect Dark. We're going to see limited gameplay of Perfect Dark. I'm saying it here now, and it will be shown. And my prediction will be true. Perfect Dark will highlight this show. It is going to be heavily influenced by the story, and of course, there will be a multiplayer component. Split screen will be included in the game to harken back to those great split screen battles that people had on the N64. It will be the game that closes the show. Mark it down. Take it to the bank. So, all in all, I think Microsoft's E3, and I hate to say this, but it will probably be the best E3 ever for Microsoft. No, I am not channeling Phil Spencer every single E3. I do believe that this will be the best E3 ever for Microsoft and Xbox that there has ever been. So those are my predictions for E3. I'll see you in the next video.